when he walks down the street. To BETONG crypto, everyone's beat. Charts and graphs in his golden mind. Fortune's made, he's one of a kind. Eyes on the prize in the digital dust. He never wavers in whom to trust. From Bitcoin booms to Ethereum high, he trades the stars in the blockchain sky. Debate on crypto, king of the trade. In the world of coins his fortune's made. With a click and a beat, he's ahead of the game. Whispers of his legend long speak his name. Wallet fat with gains never shaded. His portfolio perfectly weighted. Whales and minnows all in a line. Track his moves, wish they could align. Every tweet sends markets a spin, but he never lets the fear sink in. Algorithms dance, he's pulling the strings. In the crypto world he reigns like a king. Debate on crypto, king of the trade. In the world of coins his fortune's made. With a click and a beat, he's ahead of the game. Whispers of his legend long speak his name. Rumors fly when he walks down the street. To BETONG crypto, everyone's beat. Charts and graphs in his golden mind. Fortune's made, he's one of a kind. Eyes on the prize in the digital dust. He never wavers in whom to trust. From Bitcoin booms to Ethereum high, he trades the stars in the blockchain sky. Debate on crypto, king of the trade. In the world of coins.
You need strength, courage to be in the crypto space. Trust me. If you want to succeed or survive any crypto bear market or any crypto dip, then you need to be able to have pain absorber. Like you look at the chart, like something like this, and you're like, oh boy, look at this fear and greed index. And if we go to the price of Bitcoin, you're gonna like look at yourself and say, oh boy, what is going on? Looking at this on the daily time frame, on the 1 hour time frame, oh boy, what is actually going on here? Look at this dip. And many people are going to blame this dip on the Trump tariff. Like Trump tariff, destroy crypto. Trump tariff, it's gonna be that or that. But guys, the chart has been speaking about this a long time ago. We have been looking at this on the chart, seeing signals. We even mentioned that they might take Bitcoin right down to 70K or 74K. I've been talking about this. I've made videos about it, about these possibilities, and warn you guys, of something like this. But you guys didn't listen. Of course, at one point when we speculate, like I'm a trader and investor, I trade and invest, and I react based on what price tells me. So this is no surprise to me that the market is dipping, and I don't want to blame Trump, no, but this was the trigger, right? Trump and all the stuff trigger this huge dip to the downside. Now, what's the way forward? Are we going to see the market keep dipping, dumping, or maybe the pain is over? Is this the moment that we see altcoins start making big moves to the upside? Well, I don't know. As I mentioned, we are in the game of speculation, right? We analyze and we have probabilities, and we say to ourselves that if price does this, we're going to react to this. So we are just reacting to price. Let me not say speculation. It's like, speculation and it's the same thing, yeah. Okay, something like that, yeah. So I worked on probability, right? At the same time, don't get me wrong, I'm also an investor. I invest, but at the same time, I want to be able to take advantage of the volatile crypto market, to trade the market. I've already seen that the market was going to dip at one point since market structure was broken and price didn't go to retest the previous high and hasn't yet get back in structure. So to me, I was like something like this was going to happen. It was just a matter of time, like when it's going to happen. And those of you who are joining crypto for the first time, you're having this, like, I mean, you are sad. Of course, if you're losing money, you should be sad. But now you shouldn't be worrying so much about the future. We all know that the future for crypto is good, no doubt about that. Okay. Now, what you need to be looking at is how are you going to position yourself to be able to take advantage of such a downward trend? Because looking at coins like Solana, looking at coins like SRP, looking at coins like Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, you can name it. Everything is at a discount. Trust me. Look at dots. Look at the top 100 coins in the space. Look at coins that have utilities, that have, like, they are, I mean, real companies that have a future. They are in discount. So are you supposed to be like worrying more about what price is doing, or be happy that price has presented you with an opportunity to make huge gains in the market when the market recovers? We know that Trump is someone who loves the market. He loves to have a good economy, right? In his previous term, he actually helped the U.S. economy grow a lot, and many were happy, and as a result, they voted him again into office, knowing that he is going to make America great again and make the world sustainable again. And looking at what he's doing, his tariff, I think is short term. Within the next 3 to 4 months, looking at analysts, like listening to analysts and listening to other players in the game, I've come to realize that Trump is going to ease the market at one point when the Feds are going to reduce interest rates. So in no time, we are going to see something big happen in the market that is going to change everything. So, I mean, guys, just chill. Nothing is happening. Like, guys, I'm happy. You know why? As much as I'm losing money, my investment is losing money. At the same time, I'm also trying to position myself to get to DCA and get more of this coin through my trading strategy. That's why I encourage you guys to learn how to trade. Trust me, traders have been making so much during this period, during this brutal period. Those who understand trading, who understand TA, they have been the ones making lots of gains. Investors have been, because we trade key structure, we trade liquidity, we trade market structure. We don't just get in like that. We buy at key levels, and we don't just hold like that. We sell even at a loss, and to limit to do proper risk management. So I'm gonna encourage you guys who are there and hasn't yet learned how to trade, learn how to trade. And if you're wondering like how to go about all of this, I can help you with that. I have a one-on-one session that I can take you throughout, like, for 3 months, for you to understand the basics and how to look at different metrics on the chart, understanding investment, looking at what is important when it comes to trading. So I can guide you through that and help you attain your goals somehow. So if you are interested in something like that, then make sure you join me. First of all, join my free Telegram community. The links are found below this video. I have many links that are found below this video. Go there and connect with me. Let's get started from there. Now, I mean, I don't want to be talking so much, right? Like, let's get into the chart. Let's see what's going on right now. I'm going to show you guys where I think the market is going to eat, because I think we have already gotten to the point where we're going to expect Bitcoin to move to some new highs. Okay, so let's get now to this chart. I want us to first of all look at this on the lower time frame. Like, okay, we are now on the 1 hour time frame. Look at this downward trend. We left 84. This was $84,000. This was a move. Straight away to $74,000. Now, I've marked a couple of areas here, of zones here, that I think are key areas that we can pay attention to, in order to get the next movement to the upside. So I'm going to now bring in some chart that I already mark here. I think I'm gonna start with this one, this one first. Let me start with this one. I'm gonna get to the weekly time frame, so we see where we are right now on the weekly time frame. So zooming out this right now, you're going to realize that we are actually at a key area. I mean, we are not out of danger, but this area is a key area looking at previous price action. Okay, now the fun part of this chart is if I go to the daily time frame, I think there's so much on this chart. Let me just see if I can bring. Okay, so you see, we have. I think I've done this on another chart. Let me just try to see if I can bring in another chart. Yeah, I've done this analysis on another chart. Guys, just bear with me. I'm gonna try as hard as possible to bring this chart. Okay, this is the chart. Let's get to this one now. Okay, so I already marked these zones. You can see here is the value area high, here is the value area low, and here is a POC. Okay, now how did I come about this? Let's go back to the daily time frame. Let me zoom out. So this is how I came about it. So on the 4 hours time frame, I tried to look at this key area here. Let me zoom this out a little bit so you see. So this is a zone here. Let me enlarge it so you can see. So this is the only area that we got some demand and supply in the market, and I brought in the volume profile here. It gave me value area high, POC, and value area low. And based on this strategy, whenever price get to either of these zones or in this box, we are buying. Okay, and when price get out, start looking at ways to sell, because you can see we have a lot of liquidity here that price have already grabbed, and maybe price is gonna go straight up back to about 84,000. That's why I think if we're gonna see recovery, price is gonna take us straight away to $84,000. I think this recovery now it's gonna take us to $84,000. Then from there, or maybe let's say $83,000, right? But this is how I came about this zone to be the zone where I believe we're gonna get a cool down. And if say price is gonna keep going downward, then we're gonna at least recover half of this candle, and it's gonna take us to about $70,000 for Bitcoin. So I mean, if we're gonna lose this zone, yeah, because if say we stay above this area, we are still in structure. But if we break this, if we break below, yeah, if price break below, then we are out of structure. Meaning, price is gonna at least at one point attempt to break this zone, which is not gonna be easy for price to break, this area. So I'm looking at this zone now. Let's get back. Let's refresh this and get back to the current price action. So you can see price did reject from this area. You can see clearly, this zone, and we should expect price to move above this zone. Now, if you are looking at buying Bitcoin, right? Like, okay, you want to buy Bitcoin, like DCA Bitcoin. This is a zone to DCA Bitcoin. Trust me, this is the best zone you could ever imagine to DCA Bitcoin. And now, if you want to trade Bitcoin, right, and you want to be safe, you want to be safe to trade Bitcoin. This is the first candle. Let me just say the first green candle on the 4 hours time frame. Let's see how this candle is going to take us. Let's see whether this candle is going to break, or take us to the next high. But what I do know is looking at where price left, around this $84,000 price point, or maybe not $84,000, at least price should take us around this $81,000, something. I mean, if say the worst case scenario, price should take us around this zone here. Where you can see we have vector candles here. So for the next 24 hours, I want to see price recover, at least take us to this high. So I already got into this trade. Like let me get to the 1 hour time frame. I bought at this zone here at the bottom here. I already bought here. So I'm looking at 84 as my take profit zone. All right, for this trade. Of course, if I bring in other charts here, like for example, this I'm looking at. Let me just take this off here. Okay, looking at the Trendillo. it's still not in a safe zone for me to buy. That's why I think we can still see a more downside. Not really more downside, but we can see a little bit of divergence, before price move straight away to the upside. But I think we are at a point where we are not going to see major dip again. We're going to see like minor dip, let's say 1-2% before we go to the upside. For now, we want to see price break structure. Let's get to the 15 minute time frame. So we analyze what we need to see price do on Bitcoin before we get that buy. Now you can see price has already like gone to the value area high, so we should expect price to reject from this zone, which is what price is trying to do here. You can see price already got there. Now price might attempt to like come here, something like this. Let me just mark this zone. I love doing this, guys. So price might come here, around this area here, bounce from here, then before go and make the next high. But we need to see flip of structure. Look at what price has been doing here from this zone. This was the main area. From here, like the straight away dip started here, and now from here we started getting divergence, and from this divergence we need to see break of structure. So price must do something like this, break above here, come back and hold this key area here. So this is where you can decide to buy again, after price must have made this like move to the upside. But price can still do something like this, come a little bit down here, move sideways before go up there, right? Then come back here before go continue the movement to the upside, right up to about this 81K. So I think this week, not basically today, maybe the whole of this week is going to take us back to 84 or $81,000 for Bitcoin. Now let's look at other metrics here that I think is valuable, right? Is good for us to look at, and this is USDT dominance. Okay, now I mentioned back then. Let me see if I can pull the chart. I love to do this, guys. Like if I go at my at what I've done before and I realize that, oh wow, it was awesome. I'm so happy because it validates my mindset. It helps me keep believing in my TA, keep doing what I do, because guys, that's the least I can do for myself, believing in what I do. Remember guys, when the dominance was around, let's go to the weekly time frame. We saw this movement here for dominance. Let me is this, yeah, USDT dominance. Okay, so USDT dominance on the daily time frame. Let's get to the daily time frame. I was talking about dominance getting to about this is Bitcoin dominance. Let's get to Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, so Bitcoin dominance made this move here. Last time it went right up to about 64%, and I was saying that when it got there, that it has given us a sign that maybe this is the zone where we need to see retest before the altcoin season is going to begin. So I mark this zone here that even if we break this zone, the worst case scenario, we should bounce from 66 or even go where we have this liquidity here around 70% for Bitcoin dominance before we see downward trend. But if we're going to attack that liquidity around 70% for Bitcoin dominance, then I think we might be in a bad situation for altcoins. But if we reject around 66%, or we see an SFE or stopping volume candle straight away up there, then yeah, straight away up there, something like this, it goes like straight away, then drop back to the downside. Then from there, I would say that the altcoin season is gonna begin officially. Like, well, I've said many times that the altcoin season has begun officially. We have said a lot of stuff, but again, guys, we just have to react based on what the chart is saying to us. And if I say something, it's not actually based on certainty; it's based on probabilities. And looking at this chart right now, I will say that ever since the alpha trend printed this this buy signal, we haven't seen any sell signal. So we have to pay attention more to sell signals. When the alpha trend is going to print us a sell signal, then we are going to start looking at Bitcoin dominance to mean altcoin season is officially launched. Now let's get to USDT dominance. Okay, We are at a key resistance level for USDT dominance. That's why I believe we might see a huge reversal for Bitcoin soon, not necessarily today, but this week. And this might cause so many altcoins to move heavily to the upside. So you can see we're at this key area right now that price is still rejecting. And in the past, this area has been a good demand and supply zone for USDT dominance. You can see in the past when price was above this zone, we saw rejection here, here, below price here, below price here, and now we are here again. And if we're gonna see dominance break above this key area here, then there's high chances that we are going straight to about let's say about 7%. Yeah, 7%, before we can experience some sort of dip here again and so on. So it's not good. Like usually I would say that whenever you see dominance, you exit dominance at resistance on the higher time frame, you are looking for a buy. Whenever you see that as support, you are looking for a sell. Right. But now we are at a resistance zone. So you are looking at a buy for your altcoins or your Bitcoin. Because if we look at Bitcoin right now on the weekly time frame, right, you can see that we are getting there. We're getting to that zone where I think maybe we should experience some sort of breakthrough, right? Because we have this liquidity here, and the rule is price will recover at least half of this liquidity, yeah, this vector candle, and we can see that this move took us to half of that liquidity there. So to me, I think we should be going upward from here, from this zone. Even though it is not kind of like realistic, right? We are still looking at the market, on the higher time frame, looking at this way, looking this way. I mean, it's not giving us any good signal like that we are about to, make that huge move to the upside. But of course, if you understand how price moves, then this actually is the beginning of a reversal, right? We saw it here, even though it didn't take us to the upside, and we have to also understand that the session times play a lot of role here too, because I'm gonna try to see if I can bring in the hybrid system here. Okay, let me bring in the hybrid system. Let's get to Bitcoin. I want to see the daily open. So this was the daily open around $78,000. So the worst case scenario, guys, during this session, right? Let's say during in today's like whole trading session, like UK ACI is ended. Now we are in the UK session. US is coming soon. So the worst case scenario, or let me not say the worst case scenario. Let me say the best case scenario. We're gonna see Bitcoin go right up to about 78. Let's say $78,000, right? And it's gonna take us back to this daily open, and that's very important, or that's important for us to see that dominance, Bitcoin price is going to at least recover a little bit, take us there. So and also another thing you want to notice, or that I've noticed right now on this time frame, this is the 5 minutes time frame, we are now above this moving average, the 50-day moving average, the 50-day moving average, we are now above it on the 5 minutes time frame. This should mean bullish signal. But if we look at this on the 50 minutes on the 50 minutes time frame, let's see whether we have gotten there. No, we haven't gotten there. But on this time frame, on this 50 minutes time frame, we have seen that the 5-day moving average have crisscrossed, this other moving average, which is the 13-day moving moving average. Now I'm able to speak. Which is a 13-day moving average. And whenever this happens on the lower time frame, it signifies reversal, right? And I think when price is going to hit or kiss this moving average, which is the 50-day moving average, then from there we're gonna see how price is gonna react. Maybe pull back a little bit, then make that move to the upside during the US session. Okay, so guys, I mean, we are not yet out of danger. We are still in danger, but at the same time, the market have to breathe, to give some room for the market makers to, build some contract. Those who are panicking should, relax a little bit. The market should not just keep going down, 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 as if nothing is happening, there. But guys, I love this. I love what I'm seeing here. It's amazing to see that price is doing what price is doing, and I enjoy this, mostly when I have the opportunity to buy again at a discount rate. So yeah, I'm not gonna be crying, regretting what I'm gonna be doing, or what I'm doing right now is building, learning, what I should be doing next. Now, I want to show you guys this. This is the crypto total market cap, excluding the top 10 coins in the space. Now, I want to go to the weekly time frame so we see what has happened here. Look at this, downward trend here on the weekly time frame, which is not good. Now, let me take this to a different chart. Let's look at it here. So let's get back to this here. Now look at this, guys. We are at a key level, yeah, at a key support level for total cap, excluding the top 10. So you can see here, this also signifies that if price, is able to stay above here for the weekly, like on the weekly time frame, then it means that next week might be good for altcoin in general, right? Or this week, So if we see price not able to break this trend line, this not trend line, this box that I just marked here, or this zone that I just created here, then we should be good to go. Okay, now you can see the alpha trend is making this move downward, and I think it's taking us around this area here. So you're gonna settle around this zone here. I think it should settle around this zone here. All right, so yeah, from there it might move sideways, and we're gonna see dominance move straight to that zone before maybe go downward. But one thing I am looking at here is liquidity around this area. Yeah, so they can still bring it down there. Of course they can. What we need to be looking at is how the market is reacting to key levels. That's very important. So let's look at total trade. Let's see whether we are at the same key level. Okay, looking at this chart, it's similar, but a little bit different in the sense that we created this liquidity here, these vectors here, and now we have recovered all of this vector. So I think the next movement here is up for total trade, right? This is all crypto, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? So this chart looks bullish, even though the market is downward. We are still in an uptrend. We haven't yet broken structure. This is the main structure here on the weekly time frame. So we are still yet to break this structure and create lower lows. So for now, we are just recovering these vectors here, which is normal, and we should expect price to break from here and keep going to the upside. Okay, now looking at total 2 is similar to the total cap, excluding the top 10. We are looking at price now around this key area. So price shouldn't break below. If price break below, then this is going to invalidate so many stuff. And these are all cryptocurrency, excluding Bitcoin. So Ethereum should be the main factor here to drive this chart to the upside. So looking at overall and going to let's go to crypto bubbles. Let's see the sentiment here. So looking at crypto bubbles, guys, I mean, I'm gonna say to you that we still have hope. Okay, we still have hope. Like, look at coins like Solana, they are down like more, below $100. Let's look at Solana quickly. Solana is down, like, I mean, it went down to $95. That's crazy. Look, it went right down. So Solana not long ago was up there around $300. Let's see. Not long ago, it was up there. You see, it was up there. But see where it is right now. Look at this liquidity here, this gain. Immediately we flip structure, guys. We're gonna go to sweep all of this liquidity here. That's why you need to be choosing your coins right now. Don't be everywhere. Choose your coins. Choose the coins you want to be investing in. You want to be trading. Choose it now. Don't get that coin when the price is pumping. No, get it when price is dumping now. And then you cash out profit when price is pumping, because this is the main, for Solana, this is the main area. If Solana is able to break and stay above $146, then it's going to take us straight to about $200 for Solana. Okay, and if Solana is able to, like, let's go to the 4 hours time frame. Let's see where we are right now, you can see we have these vectors here that I think Solana is gonna go to recover all of it, and that take us to around $118. So this week we are going to see a $118 Solana. I don't know when, but I know it's gonna happen. Why? Because of these vectors here. These are the market makers feeling orders, and they have pushed the market to the downside. They are gonna push back the market to the upside. Trust me. And if I see price get here and price keep holding this zone here, this area here, then I know that they want to go and attack this other liquidity. Yeah, this one, you know, this one. Yeah, they want to go and attack this one. So, guys, that's how we trade. That's how we look at the market. No complications. We want to look at key areas where there's liquidity, because liquidity is what moves the market. If I see them move the market to the upside and they stay here multiple times, go move sideways, then price starts making its way to the upside and then go above this zone, then I know they're gonna target this area here. And this area is close to the value area high based on previous price analysis. Okay, so that's just how things should be, or how you should be looking at the market. And I mean, it's obvious that most of you who bought most of the coins out there, you got it because someone told you it's like that, but it wasn't because of your own knowledge about the coin, right? But now you have the opportunity to learn something, and I'm offering you this opportunity to always be part of my live stream, be part of my live shows. When you see me live here, come and learn. I teach you everything you must know about trading, about investing. Not like other people who just want to make you to be fearful, to be like, oh, go and sell your back. No, I don't do that. What I do is pure TA and pure fundamental. So I want you guys to pay attention to all of these metrics. So yeah, I mean, there's not much to communicate with you guys further. There's always gonna be something new, but I'm gonna come with it some other time. But let's just recap where we are at this point in time. Bitcoin took a huge dip and went right down to about 75 or $74,000, and other cryptocurrency plunged downward. And this should be a reaction for the Trump tariff, because ever since the Trump tariff was established or was announced, crypto didn't really take any huge dip to the downside. But during this weekend, from Sunday, we started seeing the market in red, and this has continued this morning on Sunday. Which is not something funny, right? Because Asia took that advantage based on the tariff and dumped the price. Now UK also dumped the price. Let's see what UK is gonna do throughout the session, the UK session, then US session. Let's see what US is gonna do. From there, we can decide whether these guys want to keep dumping cryptocurrency or Bitcoin or not. If Bitcoin keep dumping, then your altcoins are gonna keep dumping. That's just the game. The guys who provide liquidity for Bitcoin are the same guys that provides liquidity for the altcoins that you see out there. So if you're investing in any altcoin right now, it should be long term. Like if you're buying any altcoin, then you understand this altcoin. You know that it has a future, and you're buying it, holding it for the long term. Because you cannot be certain that this is a bottom, but you can be certain that that altcoin might have a way, is going to succeed or is going to survive in the future. And if you must buy altcoins, I want you to buy this category of altcoins. Buy an altcoin which is like a blockchain. Like let's say like an L1 blockchain. Buy those altcoins. Yeah, let's say Solana is an L1, Sui. APT Aptos is also an L1. Bitcoin, Ethereum. These are the kind of project you should be buying. And if say you want to buy DEX, DEX, which is important because most of the cryptocurrency is being traded on the DEX and SEX. So if you want to buy DEX, you can buy the top DEX on, let's say, Solana, based on every network. Like we have Uniswap, we have also PancakeSwap, which is on the Binance Smart Chain. We have Radium, which is on Solana. We have Bitensor, which is on not Bitensor. Yeah, we have Bitensor. I think Bitensor. Is it Bitensor? Yeah, Tau. No, Tau is not. Uh, I forgot the name of this uh, DEX on the base network. Okay, I'm just gonna try if I can find this quickly. I think Tau is not a DEX. I was trying to look at let's see which coin is this. Um, Let me just go on the base network and get it for you quickly. Is the biggest DEX on the base ecosystem. Let me see if I can get it for you quickly. Let's see. This is loading. Let's go to base. Aerodrone. Aerodrone is the biggest DEX on the base network. Yeah. So if you're buying coins, you should be buying coins that you know have established a system that, or they have a business that will always keep them in business. Yeah, they have a product that's gonna always keep them in business. And Radium is always gonna be one of the biggest decks on the Solana blockchain. Uniswap on Ethereum, PancakeSwap on BAC. We have Aerodrome on base. We have yeah, there are many other decks out there, and if you must invest also in centralized tokens, you can like yeah, centralized tokens. You can be involved in Binance, and other centralized tokens. But don't just buy anything now. It's dangerous. You can focus on the top 100. It's gonna be good for you. Just stay in the top 100 coins. It's gonna be good for you. All right, guys, this is it for today's video. If you love it, if you enjoy the show, then make sure you are subscribed, thumbs up, and share this content with someone else out there. Don't forget that I have a Telegram community where you can be part of. The link is found below this video. Also, I have a VIP community where you can join and get what I'm buying and what I'm selling. It's not like a signal group, no. I just share with you guys what I buy and what I sell. So if you want to be part of that group, then make sure you go below this video to get the link. If you're watching me on X and you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, go to YouTube at BETONG Crypto. Go to YouTube at BETONG Crypto and subscribe. So you just go to YouTube, at BETONG Crypto. Let's go to YouTube right now. So you see, yeah, BETONG Crypto, and then you subscribe to, yeah, you can see this is it here at BETONG Crypto. Then you subscribe. This is us, yeah, streaming. Okay, I'm not sharing my screen, so let's go back here. So just go to YouTube at the BETONG Crypto, and you're gonna see me there. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's get this bad boy to 10K subscribers. Soon we're gonna get to 7K. From there, I want us to go straight away to 10K and get better experience streaming with you guys, and then be able to bring in some guests here. I want to bring in some guests here in the future. So help me reach out to that amount so that I can reach out to awesome guests out there, to show them that we have an audience that might be listening to them. All right, guys. See you the next one. Have a nice day and take care of yourself. Bye bye. Ciao.